We've all imagined ourselves having superpowers, too bad our powerlessness is not a pretense. This is a top 10 anime where the MC is pretending to be weak, but is actually soaring higher than everyone else. Keep in mind this list does not follow any particular order. Number 10. Yasuke. Yasuke is a TV series based on a real-life person back in the 15th centuries, brought back to life by MAPPA, no surprise from their beautiful aesthetics. In an alternate 16th century feudal Japan reimagined with magic and technology, the story follows the historical black samurai Yasuke, who witnesses the fall of Nobunaga's forces at the hands of the Dark General. Years later, Yasuke tries to put his past as a black samurai behind him and retires to a remote village going by a different name. But Yasuke will have to say goodbye to his quiet life as he's given a task to watch over Saki, a girl with supernatural powers, from a mercenary group and facing dark supernatural elements. And so, Yasuke and Saki find themselves in the middle of a struggle against the forces of darkness. The Eminence in shadow. For as long as he can remember, Minoru Kageno has been fixated on becoming as strong as possible, which has led him to undertake all kinds of training. This wish, however, does not stem from a desire to be recognized by others. Rather, Minoru does all he can to blend into the crowd as an everyday person. So while pretending to be an average person during the day, at night he arms himself with a crowbar and performs beatdowns on local biker gangs. Yet when he finds himself in an accident, his ambitions seemingly came to an end. In those final moments, he laments the weaknesses of his human limitations. But instead of dying, he reawakens as Sid in a noble household. With his skills, charisma, and occasional failures, Sid is a very likable MC, with the power he so desired finally within his reach, and saving an elfin girl from a strange disease and granting her the name Alpha, he dons the moniker Shadow and establishes the Shadow Garden, a group whose sole purpose is to combat the mysterious and unknown cult of Diablos, an organization born from Sid's imagination. However, as the Shadow Garden grows bigger, it becomes increasingly apparent that the cult of Diablos is not as made up as Sid had made it out to be. A worthy addition to any Isekai fans collection, it is surprisingly a stunning masterwork of an anime. Number 8. The Beheading Cycle. A light novel series by Nishio Ishin, the genius behind the Monogatari series. It's the vacation of a lifetime, a trip to a remote island filled with geniuses. On Wet Crow Feather Island, there lives Iria Akagami, the exiled daughter of a powerful family, until she was cut off by the leader of the Akagami Foundation. For the last 5 years, she has lived on the island with a handful of maids, inviting the best minds Japan has to offer to come and spend time with her. These visits progressed as normal until one day, one of the guests was found gruesomely killed in the night without a single clue as to who did it and for what possible reason. Tension rises between those on the island as the killer is still out there. Tomoe's assistant takes it upon himself to uncover the culprits before the murderous events progress any further. Number 7. The Daily Life of the Immortal King. Since he was just a child, Wenling has progressed into a new domain every 2 years, making him a cultivating genius with the abilities that are out of this world. And now that he's 16, senior high school is going to be his toughest challenge yet. His aspirations for a quiet life existence seems further and further into the distance as challenges keeps cropping up. Number 6. Hitori Noshita, the Outcast. Hitori Noshita is an action superpower anime that follows Cho Soran, a university student who has lived most of his life hiding what he's capable of to the point that he doesn't even know his own strength. The series revolves around the Outsiders, which are people with special powers, and Soran's specialty is utilizing lightning, allowing him to move and fight at incredible speeds. Even if you didn't get hooked in season 1, the recent season shows that the anime is worth watching. Know what else will be worth it? A sub to the channel. Number 5. Banishment. The name is way too long, so I'm just gonna call it that. In a world whose inhabitants find their destinies dictated by the divine blessings they receive when they are born, Gideon was once a member of the Heroes Band, a powerful group led by the hero, his sister. Destined to save the world from evil, too bad his blessing gave him the common skill to survive any terrain, but he proves that additional skills can go beyond the limit, that is, until one day, a member considers him dead weight to their overall strength and banishes him from the group. Gideon hears Eris's warning and leaves. Hoping to live an easy life, Gideon moves to a borderland town and opens an apothecary, changing his name in the process. However, with all the troubles that keeps popping up, keeping his former status a secret may not be as simple as he thinks. A one-of-a-kind anime that actually succeeds in what it was trying to do. Number 4. Code Geass. With the conquering of Japan in the year 2010, the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a powerful military front. Japan has seen strong resistance against these dictators in an effort to reclaim independence and has been renamed Era 11 after its quick defeat. Lelouch Lamproche, a Britannian student, unluckily finds himself trapped in a crossfire between the forces of Britannia and the Era 11 rebel armed forces. But he's able to escape after a mysterious girl named CC, somehow pronounced C2, shows up just in time and gives him Geass, the power of the kings. Lulu sets out on a risky voyage as the Max vigilante known as Zero, launching a savage offensive against the Britannian in order to exact final retribution, after realizing the tremendous potential of his newly discovered power of absolute obedience. This anime is a brilliant watch, one of the best of all time. By the Grace of the Gods is a light-hearted fantasy show that you should definitely watch when you're looking to take a break from all the action and the ecchi. Another successful relaxing watch, Ryoma Takabayashi is a lonely man who led a life filled with hardships until he dies from a very, very unfortunate accident during his sleep. He is welcomed by the gods in the afterlife, who give him a task to finally take it easy in a new life. He uses his innate knowledge and skills along with the gods' blessing to live a new life filled with difficulties and joyful encounters. After a few years of comfortable solitude pass by, Ryoma meets people that will change his current life forever as they take him on a journey to explore the vast world beyond his tiny home. A very relaxing anime that just makes you want to watch more. Well, it won't be long now because season 2 is scheduled for January 2023. Number 2. Black Summoner. Kelvin wakes up in a strange new place with no memories of his past life, because he traded them all away in exchange for powerful new abilities, heading into a new world of dungeons and magic as a summoner, with his first follower being the very goddess that brought him over. Sounds familiar? Kelvin's unique skill of summoning makes him very valuable, and as someone who values freedom above all else, hides his true power from the rest of the world to avoid political attention, living his life as an adventurer, satiating his hunger for fights, from the Black Knight of the ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage. He revels in the fight against one formidable foe after another, even going as far as to beat up the hero's party. You don't see that every day. Hyoka. High school freshman Hotaru Origi has but one goal, living an everyday life while conserving energy as much as possible. Unfortunately, his peaceful days come to an end when he is forced to join the memberless Classics Club in danger of being removed. Despite him wanting to be left alone, Origi finds himself entangled by a fellow new member, Eru Titanda's curious and bubbly personality. Hyoka follows the 4 members of the Classics Club as they are driven by Chitanda's insatiable curiosity to solve the trivial yet intriguing mysteries that permeate their daily lives. True power can be more than just throwing a punch. Our strength can be anything. Seeing how much mystery Origi was able to piece together during the course of the series, there's no denying the fact that he's OP. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like before you leave. Click the screen to watch our top 15 most powerful MCs from 2017 to 2022. I'll see you on that side.